Henry Cavill confirms Highlander role, says sword training is about to begin in earnest. Henry Cavill has finally confirmed his role in the long-awaited Highlander revival, saying that he will shortly begin preparing for the action fantasy epic. Speaking with Collider, Cavill stated that the training he will need to wield the Highlander's sword will soon begin in earnest, but remain tight-lipped about the rest of the project, preferring to keep everything under wraps for the time being. Check out what Cavill had to say about his involvement in the Highlander reboot below. The real training is about to begin. It will be a lengthy training process, but I am extremely thrilled to get started. There's just so much I can tell you at this time. I want to keep everything quiet for as long as possible. Given that Cavill already underwent sword training for the Netflix series The Witcher yet still requires a very long training process for Highlander, we can only picture the sword-clashing spectacle that will be on show. After many years in the works, the Highlander remake is finally a go, and it will be John Wick, Chapter 4 director Chad Stahelski's next project. Highlander is intended to have a plot similar to the 1986 film, in which swordsman Connor MacLeod discovers that he is one of a group of immortal warriors who can only be slain by beheading. After living relatively happily for several centuries, MacLeod settles in New York City, only to be dragged back onto the battlefield when his greatest nemesis returns to kill him and so obtain the prize, a particular power bestowed onto the last living immortal warrior. Stahelski has already praised Henry Cavill for his portrayal of the titular immortal warrior, with the filmmaker pleased by the Man of Steel star's comments on the burden of immortality. The first Highlander movie produced a franchise that included sequels, TV spin-offs, and comics, and Stahelski hopes to do the same with the reboot. The Highlander reboot is presently scheduled for release in 2026. Henry Cavill will next appear in director Matthew Vaughn's spy film Argyll, which will be released in theaters on February 2, 2024.